I miss Trump. I miss the mean tweets. Trump 2024, y'all. Stay triggered, my friends. Woke Walmart has joined the cancel culture mob. Use code SmithBrothers at MyPillow.com to fight cancel culture and support Mike. Patriots, support your conservative businesses. And check out my new MyPillow slippers. Y'all.
Okay, today's travels are gonna be interesting, to say the least. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you there. Sorry, I'm just checking the weather in the utopia of contradictions. And can you believe the day that we travel, Saturday, the spores will be at 100% and winds up to 25 miles an hour. And you're probably wondering, Ghost, where the hell did you get this forecast from? Well, ladies, gents, and my non-binary friends, I have been visited by a longtime friend. A friend that traveled a long way. A friend that is a fellow traveler into the utopia of contradictions. My good friend, Bernard the Mage. See, Bernie didn't just give me the forecast so our travels aren't so bumpy, but he also came up with this: Bernard's Spore and Bigot Repellent. Being a fellow traveler, Bernie had to concoct this creation, and I can't wait to use it. Bernie, thank you for everything, but I think it's time for us to travel. Hold on to your asses.
Childcare, universal preschool, paid family, and medical leave. They can pay for it.
I'm about to say something very controversial. If you have a child, you should be responsible for your own child's childcare. If you want to go to college, you should be responsible to pay for that college.
Aaron, is that you? Man, I didn't even recognize you without the high and tight look, baby. And Jesus Christ, man, you really do spend a lot of time in the utopia, don't you? You rent an apartment here, right?
Look, I am someone who has over $90,000 worth of student loan debt right now. I went to graduate school, and that's just how much it costs.
Did you see that? Did you see how much of an obedient worker Aaron is? This dude is perfectly okay with being charged $90,000 to go get an education. He's perfectly cool with that. My uncle is actually visiting here from Germany at the time of this recording, and him and I just talked about college and college expenses in Germany because my cousin just enrolled in college in Germany, and I asked him, how much did he pay for his college? My uncle retorts with, oh, 400 euros. Can you believe it? 400 euros? And my uncle still said that it's too expensive. 400 euros a semester is still too expensive for Germans. Let that sink in.
However, I do not expect any taxpayer to pay for my schooling. That was a choice I made to go to school. It was a choice I made to take out those student loans. And I'm ultimately going to be the one reaping the benefits of that degree.
What benefits, dude? You've been lied to by our older generation. You need to go to college so you can get a great paying job. If that isn't the biggest crock of maggot shit that I've ever heard, oh Lord Bernard, help me. Aaron, wouldn't you want to live in the country that helps you pay off your student loans so you don't have to worry about being massively in debt after college? I am ashamed that I have to ask you this question. It is a non-rhetorical question. I have a bachelor's degree in American history, political science, and a minor in business administration. And you know what, Aaron? I can take that degree and literally wipe my ass with it. You just put yourself into chronic debt and you don't even care.
I used to be a doctor too.
You have lost yourself to madness.
I changed career paths.
Look, I'm a white guy from Europe, and I came here to this country at 13 years old. I'm 33 years old now. And I gotta tell you, white privilege, systemic racism, whitewashing, all those aspects are the literal backbone of this country, of the United States. So when I see two beautiful black women saying that whitewashing isn't real, which is basically what they're saying here, it baffles my mind how deep right-wing ideology goes that even you two believe that whitewashing isn't real. If you are a black American and you don't believe in whitewashing, white privilege, or systemic racism, then you need to really look around and ask yourself why black workers reportedly account for 26% of discrimination claims, but make up only 13% of the workforce? Why is the median wealth of white households $171,000, but the median wealth of a black household is only $17,000? And know this, I'm just giving you the bottom barrel, the bare minimum here. It gets much deeper than that when it comes to white privilege and whitewashing.
I know that we're all well aware now at this point that Politicians tend to say what they think people want to hear at the time. They change their position quite often. But I figured I'd show you this. I've found a little video of our president, Joe Biden, from 2006.
I love the rabbit ears on president. Like, do you guys like living in the utopia? Y'all still think Trump is president and Biden never won 2 years later? I gotta ask Bernie, what kind of drugs are these people taking in the utopia? Because it's gotta be some good shit.
And then how will you face that issue as a candidate?
It's going to be very difficult. I do not view abortion as a choice and a right. I think it's always a tragedy, and I think that it should be rare and safe. And I think we should be focusing on how to limit the number of abortions, and there ought to be able to have a common ground and consensus as to do that. I think the vast majority of the American people think that can be done.
You're confused that a moderate centrist is against abortion? This is the same dude that co-sponsored the '94 crime bill. Google that and tell me how Republican that bill is. Sponsored by a Democrat. Joe Biden is a moderate Democrat. He still folds to corporate America. He still likes to bend over for the fossil fuel companies. He still likes his butt diddled by billionaires. You like that one, Bernie? So you showing me this literally means nothing.
I wonder how that compares with his opinion on abortion rights now.
That go back to the 1800s as rationale. The court literally taking America back 150 years. This is a sad day for the country, in my view, but it doesn't mean the fight's over. Let me be very clear and unambiguous. The only way we can secure a woman's right to choose, the balance that existed, is for Congress to restore the protections of Roe v. Wade as federal law.
16 years later and Joe has changed his mind. And? Do you not believe in people changing their minds? Look, I'm not defending Biden. I don't like Biden either. But I will defend people wanting to do better and be better. For example, if a Trumper wants to open their eyes and embrace logic and reality, I will welcome them with open arms. I've done it before. People change sometimes. People change for the better.
If you haven't heard all the buzz on social media lately, Target is now partnering with a LGBTQ company to sell chest binding and packing underwear.
So? And? What's your point here? You conservatives care way too much about what other people do in their lives.
And it's not setting right with a lot of people. In fact, the reviews don't look great. So I definitely see a shift of people saying, you know what, this doesn't align with my beliefs and I don't want to support this. And that is absolutely everyone's right on where to shop.
The contradiction is amazing here. You say this kind of when you are affected by it, but when others are affected by a thing that you like, you flip completely. You lose your mind. Dude, Bernie, we gotta keep moving. She's releasing too many spores.
So gas prices have been declining across the country. In the past more than 30 days, we have seen gas prices go down by more than 50 cents per gallon. So let's get into some graphs. This is so exciting, guys. I'm in the graph. In more than...
Whoa. I'm going to stop you right there. You have been telling us for how long that this is a global commodity and that the gas prices are set on a global scale, but when gas prices drop 50 whole cents and you can find $3.99 gas across the nation, you take credit for it?
When did she take credit for it? I didn't hear her take credit for it. Did you? Let's hear that again.
30 days, we have seen gas prices go down by more than 50 cents per gallon. So let's get into some graphs. This is so exciting, guys. I'm in the graph.
Yeah, she didn't take credit for it, dude.
How does that make any sense? And why don't you compare today's gas prices to what they were a year and a half ago? Yeah, that's not advantageous to you, and you're lying to us. It's gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
Nice double entendre there, buddy. That's all you get out of me. Now, do you not know the actual reason on why gas prices went up? Okay, I'll try to break it down for you as quickly as possible, so listen very closely.
Now listen to me very carefully.
February 2020, gas was at about $2.50 a gallon average nationwide. It would have cost you $38 to fill up your mid-sized sedan. That March, the pandemic hit, and it hit us hard. Gas demand dropped like a because people didn't go anywhere. That's why gas here in Virginia was an average of $1.84 and even as little as $1.70. And now today that people are going back out into the world, traveling, going to see their family members, even though they shouldn't because the pandemic isn't over yet, but I digress. Gas companies are utilizing this and raising the prices by 200% so they can make up the money that they lost 2 years ago. How do you not know this? Please stop giving your dictator credit for something that he deserves no credit for. Please, go away. Go.
So intriguing that the left will sit here and say that people who say there was any type of election fraud in the 2020 election are just crazy. Meanwhile, for 4 years, it was Russian collusion, illegitimate election, not my president.
Whoa, hold on there, Cupcake. Pump the brakes. You're speeding past that we need to address. Russian collusion is an absolute fact. Russia absolutely meddled in the 2016 election. That is a fact. This has been proven. You not know this. What do you think the reason was for Trump's first impeachment? And then he got another one. Your president got impeached twice. Oh, super duper guy you're defending there.
And it's the exact same thing with January 6th. Like, you want to talk about January 6th? That's fine and dandy. But you cannot also conveniently forget about the entire summer of 2020, where in every single major city across the US, rioters burned buildings to the ground, beat people in the streets, people trying to defend their storefronts, people who just got in the way on accident.
Dude, do conservatives know what research is? Do they know what sourced articles are? Do they know what logic is? This has been debunked already, Cupcake. White nationalists started the riots, started all the damage in the BLM protests, making it look like BLM has started it. Stop believing right-wing propaganda. It makes you look like a crazy person on the internet.
And what's funny is I have pointed this out to people who bring up January 6th, and you know what they do? They jump right to justifying or defending it. Or they just flat out deny it. You can't keep pointing the finger with your eyes closed. You just can't. You want to talk about it? All right, but let's talk about all of it, right?
There's literally no talking about it. The January 6th lunatics and Black Lives Matter protesters shouldn't even be put in the same sentence. One group is protesting injustice and anti-racism in a first world country. The other group is storming the Capitol because their cult leader lost the election. A presidency that he shouldn't have even won, when he lost by 3 million votes in the popular vote. Ladies, gents, and my non-binary friends, if you enjoyed the video so far, please turn that thumb blue. It really helps out the channel. Thank you so much.
I think we forgot how savage Donald Trump is. When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and a Republican, I could have said drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. Yo, I miss that alpha mentality in the White House.
Dude, you have completely fallen into the sunken place, haven't you? You missed the alpha mentality? You missed having a bully in office? Typically, if a person roots for the bully, usually they're a bully too, which is what most conservatives are anyway. They're so afraid to show compassion and kindness, they view it as weakness. They don't want to be seen as weak. So, embracing a bully helps their strong front. It helps them achieve that high that they're looking for. A high of talking down to their fellow citizens.
Remember when we weren't worried on whether or not our president could finish a sentence? Good times. Remember when our gas was really low? Remember when inflation was nowhere near as high? Remember when we weren't sending $40 billion to Ukraine? I miss Trump. I miss the mean tweets. Patriots, support your conservative businesses. And check out my new MyPillow slippers. Y'all.
MyPillow slippers. You can't make this up.
Dating app for all of us conservatives. It's called The Right Stuff, and it's launching this September. What I love most about it is that it's invite only, so not just anyone can join. First of all, it's free to use. And for my ladies, you'll never have to pay because we all get premium subscriptions for simply inviting a couple friends. Gentlemen, if you want access to premium, that's on you. Those are the only two options. Ladies, and gentlemen.
You guys have a dating app in the utopia of contradictions? Where only ladies and gentlemen are able to join, remember that. So I went to the app store and I couldn't find the app anywhere. Come to find out, it's not released yet, there's only like a beta trial going on. And then I came across their website, which gives you the chance to get early access to the app. Oh, early access. Wow. Exciting. But honestly, the best part of this app is their sales breakdown. Listen to how they're trying to attract these people. The Right Stuff was created for conservatives to connect in authentic and meaningful ways. Other apps have gone woke. We bring people together with shared values and similar passions. Quit swiping, scrolling, and trolling the wrong people. There are people out there just like you. Discover other conservatives. Connect with people who aren't offended by everything. Getting back to normal. View profiles without pronouns. Your next match is here. Find the right match. If you're single and not on this app, you ain't conservative. To the people that came up with this app, you deserve a hefty dose of Bernard Spore and Bigot repellent. Oh man. Whew. I am so glad I have you now, baby. But if you want to continue traveling into the utopia of contradictions with me, then watch that next video right here. And if you can, please support the channel on Patreon. I will leave that link in the description and in the card right here. Come join my private Discord, get private lives, private podcasts, which you can be part of, and much more. I hope to see you there. Subscribe to the channel for weekly leftist videos, and I will see you guys later.